Okay, we just opened up the 2016 Hot Wheels K-Case, and one of the more interesting new models in this K-Case was the Time Attaxi. This is a Hot Wheels fantasy casting, sort of a fantasy casting. It's a customized version of a Hong Kong taxi based on the Toyota Comfort model. Which has been around since 1995, and I would like to thank our viewer James Young for pointing that out, because I wasn't sure when we opened up the case what model this was based on, but it is based on that Toyota Comfort, and it has a lot of the same lines and a lot of the same features as the Toyota Comfort, but this one's obviously customized, and it's turned into more of a racer. We'll start with the front here. Right here on the front of the car, you see I guess that's a oil cooler, similar to what we saw on, I think it was one of the Skylines. One of the ones in the Japan Historics we saw had an oil cooler on the front. I believe that was one of the Nissan Skylines. So that looks like that might be an oil cooler on the front. And then here on the passenger side, you have air intakes coming out the top there. And this one is it's kind of interesting in that it's not really symmetrical. Not everything on it is exactly the same as the other half of the car. On the driver's side, you've got a mirror way up here on the front of the car, like you see on a lot of the JDM cars. And on the passenger side, you've got the standard mirror right there at the corner of the front window. Here on the top, you've got the light for the taxi, because this is still a taxi car, although a highly modified taxi car. I guess this is the one you want to flag down if you want to get somewhere in a hurry in Hong Kong. Although, from what I've heard, nobody gets anywhere in a hurry in Hong Kong. But still, at least you can look cool doing it. There you see it says taxi on the side, and some Chinese lettering there. And you've got, I don't know if that's air intake or if that may just be decorations there on the side behind the front wheel, just to kind of give it a cool look. I'm not sure if that's actual air inlet or not. You've got these fins right here on the back window, give it a little bit more aerodynamics there. Got highly modified back to this car. You'll notice it's got dual exhaust there on either side. And there is our Hot Wheels logo on the side. And this one is riding on gray MC5 wheels. Now this is one of the more interesting parts of this casting. Notice this side is all metal. The back door is all metal. On this side, the back door is plastic. So it's still a red color, but it kind of gives it a slightly different tint than the rest of the car. Not sure why they did that. Not sure why they went with that, but it's kind of interesting nonetheless. I looked at it first and thought, oh hey, maybe we've got a door that opens, and I'm not sure if it was meant to, but you can kind of pop it loose from there. And if I can get this here in the screen, you can kind of pop it loose, and you'll notice that it does sort of open there, although I'm not entirely sure it's meant to, because it won't open all the way, and when you do that, you are bending the plastic there. But it will pop back into place, and you can't even tell that it was opened at all. Although I'm sure if you keep doing that over and over, this plastic right here is probably going to wear over time, because there's not an actual hinge. You're just kind of bending the plastic there. The interior of this, you've got the driver's seat on on the left-hand side. And if you'll notice on the top, if you look at it from the front profile, there's kind of a ridge here on the passenger side that's not on the driver's side, and wasn't sure exactly what that was. I'm still not exactly sure what it was, but if you look at the card art here, you'll see that's actually a couple of hoses that are running from under the hood to somewhere in the back of the car. Would love to hear your thoughts on what that is for, what those two hoses are for. Would have been nice if they had actually colored them black or some other color on the car itself instead of red, like they did on the card art there, because that would have kind of given it a cool look instead of just a red ridge on there. But that's what customizers are for. So if you do come up with some awesome customs, I'd love for you to post them. You can always go to our message board at hallsguide.com and show off all your customs there. We'd love to see what you have. But go ahead and give us your thoughts on this one. This is a very interesting new model, and it'll be interesting to see what they do with it as far as other colors and paint schemes go. And I'd like to see how the customizers take off with this one. So give us a thumbs up if you like this one, share this video, and if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. Thanks for watching.